fashionably late. What happened to
Today, from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Wentz to throw on the first play from scrimmage. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 31, Wentz will get this out wide here to McCaffrey. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
A very solid gain of 27. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Throwing now is Wentz. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz forced out to his left. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now, this is a feeling I can relate to all too well. Deflation on 3rd and short. Excellent coverage. Took away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for, the quarterback. And he used his legs to hot-foot it for a first down.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Throwing is Wentz. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Carson Wentz. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Fields it right around the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They begin the drive with Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. They run it again with Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Josh Paschal there to bring him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up 1st downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wentz. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, Williams. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They go play action with McDonald. Rolling to his left. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the 1st down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
Demario Davis there on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Play action. It's McDonald. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. Out to his left. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Williams is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Harris will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Reggie Gilliam punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. I saw you nodding your head in approval. We're not in the late stages. This isn't the 4th quarter, but the decision to go for it, a good one.
Yeah, I like it, you know, a lot of times early, too, because it sets the tone for what you're going to do throughout the ball game. And it tells your team you're planning to be there to be aggressive, and you're planning to win the game. And sometimes they come along with your thinking.
And they only had 1 yard to go, and they got it in. The Chargers ready to take over. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Working from the gun, Wentz. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing is McDonald. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 53 yards. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
They'll try and run with Harris. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Reggie Gilliam with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On first down, Wentz. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw going to be caught by Davis. First down now, but that clock rolling. To throw, it's Wentz. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 40 now on 2nd down, Wentz. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Chuck. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now a first down carry for Harris. They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, That was well executed.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's McDonald to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Anthony Schwartz, 30 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's got his big tight end, Fant. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Wentz going to throw. Going right back to Fant. 7 yards there and a first down. To throw is Wentz. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Here's Wentz to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 41, Wentz completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Wentz. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. Now Wentz. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him for a loss of a couple. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. This is Shepard on the catch. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been excellent. 6 for 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now a man who's been bit. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
And that's complete to Brown. Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. They'll run again with Harris. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They run. It's Williams. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Carson Wentz in the offense. Down 21-18. A little over 30 seconds remaining. The late fumble gives him unexpected new life as they come up first down. Now Wentz gets this to Fant at 5 yards. Not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. He finds his man complete. That's Shepard. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And the Steelers going to survive and advance as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers earned the win at home.